Well, after living with MS for 28 years, Jill Whitford is ready to give Dr. Zamboni's procedure a try. But Canada isn't. The Winnipeg woman tried unsuccessfully to get tested for the procedure in Canada. Finally, she turned to the U.S., where her test is scheduled for tonight. Now she wants to use her own money to fund tests for those who can't afford it, offering hope to Canadians who don't yet have it. She joins me now via broadband from Mission, Texas. Jill, it's quite a story, and I know, as we mentioned, you've had this MS for 28 years. Tonight you're going to get the test to see if you can be a candidate for this procedure. What are you preparing for?
I'm in a place right now where I've never really have been before. It's moved so quickly, and it's exciting. It's just miraculous. It's an absolutely miraculous. I've waited this long all my life for this day. This day is here where I actually are having the test in a wonderful facility with a wonderful doctor, and I'm hoping that the procedure they will be able to do a procedure. We won't know that till the days ahead when the tests are actually read.
I'm just curious to know about how costly this procedure will be for you tonight down in Texas.
$749.56, and that is with SWI, that's with susceptibility, weighted imaging, MRI, with and without contrast, the whole testing as laid out in Dr. Mark Hackey's research papers.
But it's incredible that you've waited your whole life for a procedure that in the end is going to come down and cost about $750. And I know that part of your frustration is you wanted to get this test done in Canada, but you couldn't. So, I mean, tell us about that. What was the problem there?
The problem was that, first of all, not that long ago, there wasn't a place that was doing testing. And then there was clinics that were coming available. I heard maybe in BC, maybe in Quebec. How do I get there? The lineup's going to be huge. It just seemed to be a daunting task. While I was here in Texas, I went to see a local doctor, Dr. Luis San Miguel, and I showed him the research papers that Dr. Mark Hackey had forwarded to me. And he was intrigued, absolutely intrigued. He hadn't heard of this procedure before or any of this breakthrough information. And so he took them home and read it, and he got back to me. I walked into his office. He said, "So Jill, you want the testing?" And I was beside myself. Of course I do. And very emotional time. Very emotional time. I couldn't believe that the doctor was in front of me asking me if I wanted, in this state-of-the-art hospital. It is the Renaissance Regional Hospital in Edinburgh, Texas, and they strive for excellence. So I knew it was a good facility, and you can look it up on the web. And
so once you had heard about Dr. Zamboni's procedure, then that everyone's talking about, you wanted to get this then.
Most definitely. I was diagnosed 28 years ago. I probably have obviously had this all my life, looking back. I wanted this procedure, of course I do. I have kept myself as fit and as positive and trying to do everything right so that when this day came, that I was ready. And there was no stopping me. I was going to have this testing to see if this procedure would assist me to stop the suffering, to make my life better. Of course, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
But you want to do more than just make your own life better. I mean, you want to make the test at least available to other people. So what's your plan, and why are you doing that?
If it's only money, if it's only $749.58, that is going to come between my friends, well, anybody with MS in the world, especially my friends in St. George, Lac du Bonnet, Pine Falls, Winnipeg, surrounding areas, Selkirk. And if they can't do it just because of that little bit of money, I would like to be able to partner up with them and assist them. If everybody were to take on an MS friend as an example and assist them to go for the testing, you have this light at the end of the tunnel. You can't get to it because of a small amount of money. I would like so much to be able to help those people, knowing that maybe down the road, in the long term, however it takes, I will be reimbursed. And maybe this procedure, this testing will be approved so that people don't have to go through this. These people with MS are suffering, and all we want to do is relieve some of that suffering and be able to grasp that light at the end of the tunnel and be better, wholesome people in our community that are going to be participating. Like, we just want some of our lives back. Not all of it. I didn't think I'm going to be cured, you know, but to be that much better, to stop the progression now, maybe even better than that, if I can take a few steps back and be better than I was, you know. Anything that can help you, help yourself, and help them. Imagine how wonderful, what kind of gift. I mean, who wouldn't do that?
Well, Jill, I really hope there's a light at the end of your tunnel tonight. So good night and good luck.
Thank you so much, Mark.
So obviously there are high hopes that Dr. Zamboni's procedure could be the breakthrough people with MS have been waiting for. And what's the MS Society's position on all of this? Well, it is urging caution about the surgery. It says there are still a number of questions that need to be answered. And on its website it says early results need to be replicated and validated in multiple large and well-designed studies, even though the pace may seem frustratingly slow for people living with MS. It also says Dr. Zamboni has opened a door for the community, and now we need to proceed with a balance of hopefulness and scientific rigor. So there you go. And a lot of people will be listening to him tomorrow when he speaks in Toronto.